Good evening. Okay, let me know if you can hear me. Somebody remind me next week to move my computer over there, which is where the camera is. Okay, I can see the video on YouTube. And I'm just waiting to hear if you guys can hear me. Okay, I see it on Facebook now. Can you guys hear me? Good evening. Today is Monday, March 21st. Happy spring. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that summer is right around the corner. This is my happy time of the year. I love March all the way until winter. And I'm sorry, y'all are gonna have to keep seeing me look in that direction because that is where my computer is. Sorry, I forget that the camera's on the left side of the iPhone. Okay, so you guys can hear me over on YouTube now. Thank you. I'm happy to be back. Here's what's funny is I was really anxious about going to Utah, and I kind of wanted to cancel at the last minute because I was so nervous about going. But once I got there, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. Stephanie, you're under a tornado watch or a warning? So a watch means it's possible. A warning means they've spotted one. So if they spotted one, you better get in the basement. We have lots of experience with the sirens going off. In fact, it's pouring down rain outside right now. You guys can probably hear the water running off the gutters. Good evening. Okay, so we're going to get started because we're going to be here longer tonight. It's probably going to be an hour, maybe more. But here's the thing. If you missed the video, the 3 projects that we're making tonight, I've already pre-recorded the video. They're short and sweet. Not a lot of talking, just getting to the point and making all the projects. So we are making 3 projects using the Turtle Friends stamp set and punch. And here's the PDF that everyone will get. This PDF is actually free for everyone. So when I'm done tonight, you can hop over to my website and print the PDF. I'm not posting it until I'm done because I have a couple things I need to add to it. But it is 3 pages. So here's the first page, here's the second page, and then here is the 3rd page, which is the supplies. Okay, so before we start making the projects, I want to remind you of some specials. So right now, today, I posted Chick Candy 130, I don't know, what's the number, 136, I believe. And it's this fabric basket that I actually made. Saturday was National Quilting Day, and I worked. I filmed 4 videos on Saturday and 3 videos yesterday, and I've edited all 7 of them. That's the most I've done in a 24-hour period since I've been in this house. But anyway, so I didn't have time to quilt because I was working. And when I discovered that it was National Quilting Day, I'm like, okay, I got to make something. So I made 2 of these baskets, and one person will be getting this. It is the Flowering Tulips bundle, so the stamp set and the dies, and a chick stand. And to enter to win this, you can leave a comment on the blog post, or you also get an entry for every $50 you order. So that's double entries for every 50. So the lady that won Chick Candy 135, Rebecca was actually someone that had placed an order. She placed a nice size order, so I think she had like 8 entries into it. Anyway, so there's Chick Candy 136. Don't forget to request your catalog if you're a customer of mine. If you're a demonstrator, don't, please. You can get them from Stampin' Up. but the form is over on my website. And tonight's online workshop is going to have its very own host code if you want the class projects. If you don't, I still have my March. So I had a March birthday special, the 1st through the 14th. And then now I have another special, which is Double Chick Rewards or host code gifts. All the details are on my website. You really don't want to hear me rattle on about that forever because there's lots of details, but Double Chick Rewards for my ladies that place really large orders. And then don't forget about the 2 promotions that Stampin' Up! Has right now. The little die cut machine is 20% off, and then there are several bundles that are also in that list. And then the Waves of the Ocean promotion. Hey, that rhymes. Oh, Waves of the Ocean promotion. I like it. I don't have a joke for you tonight. I was looking for one and I couldn't find one really quick, and I was having technical difficulties because I promised I was going to start showing my face, and then it took having to rearrange everything to make that happen. So before we get started, are there any questions? Because I'm going to flip the camera around and then we're going to focus on my fingers, my hands. Thank you. Let's see. I'm happy. Yeah, so I'm focusing on the annual catalog because the mini catalog is not retiring yet. The annual catalog, we're fixing to get a new one. And I love animal stamp sets. And so I used Turtle Friends last year, and then I haven't really used it much since it first came out. So I'm like, okay, wait a second. I keep asking for animals. I better use the animals that I've purchased. So these projects that we're making tonight, you can use flowers, you can use trees, you can use any image on these projects because they're pretty simple, but that's my style. Alicia, what do you get when you cross, what do you get when you cross a police dog and a skunk? Okay, what's the answer? What do you get when you cross a police dog and a skunk? I'm waiting for the answer. What is it? Okay, so while we're waiting for the answer, Sandra said that she bought material to make one of my baskets 6 months ago and still hasn't tried it. I promise you, if you try it, you will be successful. I get comments almost every single day on the fabric basket, and it's super simple. It's definitely a beginner. Okay, what's the answer? Oh, law and odor. Law and odor. I can't even say that. So let me read the joke again. What do you get when you cross a police dog and a skunk? Law and odor. Okay, that's good. Thank you. I don't think I see any other questions. Is this a new show or what? Is what a new show? Me showing my face or the online workshop? I used to do, oh, thank you, Susie. I'm very awkward on camera, but I have to do it. Anyway, what was I going to say? I don't know. Oh, I used to do online workshops years ago, like 2014. And I don't know why I stopped. Who knows? I do that. I make a lot of changes, but I've been doing this, let's see, 20 years as a demonstrator, and I've been blogging since 2006. So that's a really long time. Okay, now this is the first time in quite a while that I have had to switch the camera from my face to my hands. So if you get motion sickness, do me a favor and look away because I'm gonna be a little bit awkward in switching this camera around. And honestly, I can't even remember how I did it. I gotta take it out of the holder and then face it down and switch the camera from facing forward to facing down. I'm saying that out loud because that's gonna help me remember what to do. Okay, so look away for a second. I'm gonna bring you in closer, and then you're gonna see the ceiling, okay? For a second. And then switch the camera. There we go. And hold on, I gotta, ruh-roh. I have to adjust my thingy here. And then now I gotta lock it. Not the smoothest transition, but how's that? Can y'all see everything? My keyboard's out of the way. My desk is here. Now I'm gonna turn on all my fancy lights. Whoops, 1, 2, 3. This makes a huge difference. Believe it or not, I still have a couple more to turn on. So give me a second. How's that for you? Whew. I'm glad that I didn't have those on when my face was showing, because goodness, that would have been way too bright. Okay, so here's the reminder, the projects that we are making tonight. If you place a $50 order using this host code or more, you get the class packet, okay? These are the instructions that everyone, it's actually not instructions because you're gonna have videos. They're clean, they're quick. You just have the measurements and then the box template, okay? So this is what the class packet's gonna look like. And yeah, I like organizing that kind of stuff. How do you like my new desktop? Do you like it? Sorry, I don't even know why I'm sitting down, but I am tonight for some reason. So here's our box. And look, I got my little tubs. I ordered new tubs to organize all my stuff. So Teresa said that I'm going to get a sunburn under all those lights. That's funny. I wish. No, I do kind of have a yellow skin tone, but I wish I had more color. Okay, so the supplies we're going to need for this is the Detailed Trio Punch, Soft Succulent, here's our blends, our stamps. Sue asked, where did I get my desktop? Right this minute, I cannot think of the name of it, but I will answer you after the video this evening when I'm checking for all the comments, you know. Okay, so we are using Turtle Punch, Turtle Friends, and One Happy Family. Now here's the thing. You can use any greeting stamp set that you have, any greeting at all. I chose this one because I thought it was fitting. The greetings in Turtle Friends, some of them are appropriate to use, but it doesn't give us enough variety. So I paired it up with One Happy Family, and we're using this greeting with this stamp set, but you don't have to use this one, okay? So I'm gonna slide all these out of the way and the punch. And here is our packet. So this is how it's gonna look when you get it. For the box, what I had to do was score it at 5 inches so that it would fit in your packet, okay? I'm only scoring one of the score lines. So I'll show you the rest of that in just a minute. So we're gonna start with our stamping. And let me get my little cart here. I'm gonna use my Stamparatus grid paper. And we're going to stamp the greeting first. Wow. So Pamela says that she's watching me on her TV. Ooh, I bet my face looked really big now. Okay, so just for you. And like I said, if you guys don't want to watch this long, lengthy live video, I will be releasing the short version, probably within 15 minutes of signing off, okay? I am in the camera view, right? I want to make sure that I'm not stamping out of the view. I am. Okay, there's our turtle. And then I'm going to use Soft Succulent. And let me cover this up. I got so much work done because David went to the lake house, so it's just me and Bellaroo. And he called today and he said, what are you going to do with all your free time? I'm like, dude, I've been working like a dog. Okay, there's soft succulent. Let me put my readers on. I'm trying to figure out why my vision ain't right. I need my glasses. Okay, so we're done with soft succulent. Close that up. Now we're gonna do some coloring. I'm gonna start with crumb cake. Ruh-roh, I almost went out of the line. I think we're actually expecting storms tomorrow too. Grr. That's okay. We have bingo. Oh, grr. That's one of the housekeeping notes I forgot to remind y'all. Tonight is the deadline to register for bingo on Saturday. And I already got all those projects that we're making on Saturday. I got the pre-recorded version made, so yay. I'm trying to work ahead. It seems like I've been behind for like forever. Okay, now I'm going to use the soft succulent Stampin' Blend marker and color in the rest of his shell. I hope I didn't just talk 100 miles an hour. And that's it for that. And then we're going to cut it out with our turtle punch. And I mentioned this on my pre-recorded video that if your punch isn't cutting the turtle out the way you want it, take your image back off of your clear block and reposition it, because sometimes we stretch them not intentionally, and so you need to unstretch it. Or that's not really even a word, is it? Okay, so now for the greeting, I'm just going to get my paper trimmer and I'm going to trim it. Now y'all know I normally use my teeny tiny trimmer, but because some of y'all don't have it, I'm going to show you that you can still just use our paper trimmer. It's the teeny tiny trimmer's easier, but it's doable with this one. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut off the end and the end, and there's that. Okay, so in here you've got your circle and your scallop circle. I'm going to use liquid glue. So everything will be die cut for you, but the embossing on the projects that we're doing, those will not be done for you. But you can use any embossing folder that you have in your possession. You don't have to use the ones that we're using, okay? So now I'm going to get my Simply Scored scoring tool. I got to tidy up a bit because I'm going to start to get confused. My whole room can be a disaster, but when I'm filming, I have to have all my ducks in a row. Let me get box template 71. So this is what it looks like, okay? So I'm going to place it on the portrait side, which is the 7.5 inch side, and I'm going to score it at 2.5 on both sides. Then I'm going to put it on the landscape side, which is the 10 inch side, and I'm going to score it at 2.5, 5, which I've already done for you if you get the packet, and then 7.5. Okay, I'm actually going to move my chair out of the way, and I'm going to stand now. Sorry, hopefully that wasn't too loud. I do better standing. I'm going to fold on the score lines, burnish with my bone folder, and then we're going to do some cutting. I guess I could put this here for everybody to see. I don't know if you can see it or not, can you? Okay, scissors. So up here, that's the top of my box. So I'm going to start with the top, and I'm going to cut all the way down to the second score line. Whew, I cut kind of crooked there. And the same thing over here. Anytime it rains, our punches and our scissors and everything, it has, because of the humidity, it makes everything a little more difficult. And then we're removing this side too. Hold on, let me do this. There we go. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and round that so that reminds me this is the top of my box. Don't do anything crazy. And I need to clean this up just a smidge. There we go. Okay. Now, for the rest. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Okay, now we're working on the bottom. So we're going to cut up to the score line. Oh, goodness gracious. I removed too much. Grr! I knew I was messing up. Okay, hold on. Wow, it's been a while since I messed up that royally. I'll do it really quick. Well, yeah, no, I won't. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to make me watch me do it again, because if I try to rush, I might mess up again. So 7.5 by 10. Grr. Good thing I have this video recorded, right? Okay, 7.5 inch side, we're scoring at 2.5 on both sides. 2.5 and 2.5. And on the landscape side, we're scoring at 2.5, 5, 7.5. Now, cutting down to the second score line. Look, instead of looking at my template, I'm going to look at this one. Okay. Do y'all do that? Do y'all take a paper copy of the template and then and use that? Okay, this first block here, I'm going to completely remove. Don't completely remove the second one. That's where I messed up, okay? So on that second one, we're just going to whack off half of it, okay? And then trim the sides. It doesn't have to be straight. Okay, now down here, we're going to cut up to the score line. And then we're going to remove half of these, okay? I'll lay it flat in just a minute and let you look at it closer. Now we need to round. That didn't take too much time, did it? Okay, here's how it looks, okay? And this is the top. So now I'm going to refold on those score lines. I'm trying to look at the comments, and for some reason they are not scrolling. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. Freaky fast scoring. Okay, now we're going to add our adhesive. So what's going to happen is we're going to add adhesive to these 4 tabs, attach them there like that, okay? So that's how it's going to look. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. Ooh, that's a lot. And I'm just going to hold it for just a second. If you can use tear and tape if you want to, but you can't straighten it if you attach it crooked. You know what I mean? So I like using the liquid glue because it's super strong and it allows you to slide it or wiggle it into position. Shimmy it. Okay, now these two, one at a time. Okay, one more, and we're done with that part. Okay, I'm just going to hold it for a second. Okay, there's that. Now, while that's drying, we're going to take our piece of Designer Series paper and we're going to corner around the bottom, but not the top, okay? And it's going to get glued on right there. Can y'all hear the rain on the gutters? Okay, so now that everything's dry, what we're gonna do is squeeze in the sides like that, okay? Now let me show you the candy that's gonna fit in there. This little, this little chick, he'll fit in there, but you have to lay him down, okay? So that fits in there. We've got some Easter candy, even though this is a turtle and it's not really an Easter project, but you can still add your Easter candy inside there. Hi-Chews will fit in there. Love Hi-Chews. And Hershey Kisses, Rolos. All these little candies in this bowl will fit in there, okay? So I'm not going to leave them in there because I reuse my candy. Okay, so we're going to fold it over. This is how the sides look. And then we're going to tie it closed with our ribbon. Now you can use a Velcro dot. You can use a magnet. I decided to use this beautiful ribbon. This is 20 inches in case you're wondering. So it's going to be in your class packet if you get it. See, more than enough. And then we'll trim the ends to make them look pretty. And then this is going to get added right there. And what we're going to do is place the dimensionals on the box. One on the right side and then one on the left side of the ribbon. So that way, when you open it, it doesn't destroy the box or the ribbon. And then how did we add this one? I just added it with liquid glue because we're going to pop up the greeting. So, isn't he cute? And then we're going to use mini dimensionals for just for you. And I'm going to place it on the very beginning because I want it to go between his 2 feet. And then the last step is the embellishments. So we're using the In Color Jewels. And let's see. I'm getting very low. Let's see. I'm going to use this one. I think that's the one I actually used on the project. So, yeah. And then, let's see. I'd have a problem putting it right there because I don't want it to look like he's going to the bathroom or something. Okay, so what do you think? Pretty cute. Well, the ribbon is a little wonky wonk, but cute, right? Okay, so let me move all this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to get the next project. It's stalling on YouTube, really? Grr. Oh my gosh, that just cannot be happening. It's not, I don't see it stalling. Does anybody else see it stalling? Okay, so I'm removing all the supplies for that one. And then now we're going to make card number 1, which is this card here. Isn't it a happy card? So we're using the hammered metal embossing folder and the tailored tag punch. Okay. And here's the packet. So just like the last one, we're going to, what are we doing? We're going to stamp first. So here's how the class packet will look for this card. And you have this piece here for your stamping, okay? So again, I'm getting my Stamparatus grid paper, and I'm gonna stamp. Oh, I just remember that I did not clean my shell. And I am out of baby wipes. Hopefully this will be clean enough to, yeah, it's wet enough to clean it. Okay, now let's stamp happy birthday. It's a little crooked. Let's try again. Oh, grr, never mind. We'll use the original one. And so now we'll stamp the turtle. Now we're going to stamp the bow. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to stamp the shell. We're going to, come here. We're going to color the rest of the shell with the Fresh Freesia Stampin' Blend marker. Let me make sure I'm in the camera. You know, the trickling of the rain outside, it kind of sort of makes me sleepy. It's like dripping me to sleep. Hopefully y'all can't hear it. Okay, now we're going to take the crumb cake marker. Where did I put it? And ruh-roh, there went my bag. Okay, so let's color her face. So this time it's a she, because we're going to put a bow on her head. Okay, that part's done. So first we need to cut out that greeting real quick. So I'm just going to get my teeny tiny trimmer. I've already showed you, you can use the big one. there's that. And then let's cut a little bit of this off. And then cut her out. Okay, there's that. And then we just have to fussy cut the little bow. So I'm going to use my paper snips. This is fresh freesia. Fresh freesia, is that how you say it? Hopefully. It is one of our in colors from last year, right? Yeah. It's funny because some people said they didn't like the in colors last year, but I'm like, oh, I really like them. And we're using them tonight. I hear somebody driving by with loud music. Okay, for the greeting, we're going to snip the sides. Okay, now we're ready for the next part. We're going to take the Designer Series paper and we are going to flag the end with the tailored tag punch. And let's see, I think I did pretty good. Okay, so, oh, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and score our card base at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And then fold over and burnish with your bone folder. And then now we're going to emboss the front of this. So I'm going to slide everything back just a smidge. And then I don't want to lose my images. So we're using the hammered metal embossing folder. And I'm just going to place it in like that. Is that straight? I think so. Because this is a thicker embossing folder, we just want to use a 1 and a 4. So let's see, 1 and a 4. Ooh, that was loud. Okay, so there's that. And then now we want to add this piece right in the middle. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. Let me bring all my images back in here. We still have one more card to make, but like I said, if you need to split, the recording will be made available afterwards. And then I also have a clean version of these projects. Normally after I go live, I go upstairs and have dinner with David, but since he's out of town, I'll do the blog post. It's halfway built. I just gotta add a couple things. And I'll eat dinner later. Okay, so I'm gonna add the inside of my card now. Okay, someone just said, Sue Ann, she got her mini. See, I told y'all. I'm so happy you like it. So she just got the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and she loves it. I can't explain how much I love it because it's almost like it's a toy, except it's not because it's so lightweight. Yeah, I wish that we could use all of our product on the little one, but that would defeat the purpose, right? That's why it's so lightweight, because it is mini. Okay, so let's give that a second to dry. And while that's drying, I'll go ahead and tie my bow with the Fresh Freesia open weave ribbon. This is 10 inches, so that's what's going to come in your class packet. My downline also, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but my downline can actually purchase the class packet for $12. So your coupon code will be over on our team website tomorrow. Okay, so this is going to go right in the middle, and I'm just going to add it with liquid glue. And then we are going to pop her up with dimensionals. Just one, technically. You could add 2 if you want, but 1 does the trick. And then we want to add her bow, and I'm going to add it with a mini glue dot. And what I'm going to do is kind of wad it up. So it's going to make it pop up a little bit, but not as much as a mini dimensional, okay? So I've wadded it up and place it right on her head like a little baby. And then the greeting, we are going to use a mini dimensional. I think I used 2 on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, our bow is also going to get added with a mini glue dot. I don't know why I put it back in my cart. I cleaned out my rolling cart this weekend too. It was getting kind of, it was a little unorganized. I kept throwing stuff in there and, okay, now embellishments. So this time we're using the same ones, but we're using the different color because we're using all the in colors. Okay, so 1 up here, 1 down here. If you add your ribbon first, you know, it kind of you can change up the placement of your embellishments. Okay, we have 1 more to make, and then we'll be done. So how am I doing on time? Perfect. I figured it was going to take an hour, and we are right on track. So these are the 2 projects we've made so far, and then let me get the next one. I love these containers that I just got them on Amazon. So this is the card we're making this time. Isn't it cute? So all the images and the blends. Ink pad. Okay. And this is the packet. So I need to clean my stamp again because that has fresh Freesia ink on it. And we're going to be using it with polished pink. And I swear, I cannot remember polished pink to save my life. Even today when I was typing up the blog post, I still cannot remember it. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I want to call it positively pink. That's not it. That's a color we had a long time ago. Okay, so I think I got everything here, everything organized. We're ready to make our project. We're using the Stripes and Splatters embossing folder. So again, we're going to start with the stamping first. Now, there's 2 pieces of paper in here. When you get your class packet, the taller one, the longer one, goes inside your card. So when I was filming my pre-recorded video, I actually accidentally stamped on this, but I spliced it and cut it out. But then I reused it and put it on the inside of my card. And when I went to put the glue on it, then y'all got to see that. But anyway, so this is the one that's going to go inside your card. This is the one that you're going to stamp on, okay? So we're going to start with the greeting. We're going to stamp congratulations. And I'm going to straighten this so that hopefully I can stamp it straight. Yes. And then down here, I'm going to stamp the turtle. Okay, now, there we go. And now for the inside of the card, we're going to take this big one. We're going to stamp the baby turtle down here. And then we're going to stamp this greeting inside. Okay. So now we're going to do some coloring. This time, instead of using crumb cake, we're actually going to be using gray granite. Okay. So I'm going to color the turtle head with gray granite. And then the body with whatever that pink color is. I swear, I just cannot remember it. What is it? Polished. Polished. Well, I should be able to remember it. Polished, like polished fingernails, polished, I don't know. Okay. I really do like this color, though. It's kind of a, like, almost like a neon pink. Now, for the little toenails. Okay. Now let's bring this one back over here, and we're going to stamp the shell with the polished pink. Maybe if I say it 100 times, I'll remember it. Probably not. We've had a lot of pinks. Okay. You can tell I haven't used this one very much. And now we're going to color in the rest of the shell with the light marker. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just kind of do. Oh, I think the sound stopped with the gutters. Yay. And then now I'm going to take the dark gray granite and just kind of go around the line. And then I'm going to come back in with the lighter color and fill in the rest. I usually don't plan my dinners in advance, even though I should. I did back when we had HelloFresh, but I actually cooked my dinner last night for tonight. So all I have to do is go upstairs and reheat it. Okay, so now we're cutting out the turtle with the turtle punch. And we need to cut out the greeting as well. And I'm going to trim the bottom and the top. I just got a notification. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we have all of our stamping done. Let's trim our greeting. And then now we can make the rest of the card. So we'll slide that over. So for our polished pink, we're going to score this at 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/4. Is that right? Yeah, and 5 1/4. I start to second guess myself. And then now what we want to do is emboss this side with the stripes and splatters embossing folder. So I'm just going to place it inside there like that. And then again, we're going to get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And a number 1 and a number 4. Straighten everything up and then run it through. Now, so let's see, I'm reading the comments. Susan said, think Polish doll. I don't understand. I'm confused. Okay, where's my bone folder? Polish dog. Okay, so now right here, what we're going to do is glue this part down right there, okay? So, liquid glue. What's a polished dog? Okay, now this thin strip of Designer Series paper is going to go right there. So when creating these cards, we have to be super creative in using just enough of Designer Series paper so that we could make the packets available. So that's not the easiest thing to do. Now for the inside, we're just going to glue this down. Isn't that so cute? Okay. There we go. Now for our layers, we have scallop circle and then 2 regular circles. So we'll start with this one here. Yes, I love circles. I know I use them a lot, and I would be in a pickle if we didn't have them. I already feel like I'm in a pickle not having punches. I still use mine though. I have a whole drawer in here that's just nothing but retired punches. Okay, now this is going to go right in the middle. Liquid glue again. I guess I could use, well, we don't have squares of much. That don't sound right. Y'all know what I'm saying though, right? Okay, so she's going to get popped up. Where's my dimensionals? I've hid them. Oh, that's the teeny tiny ones. Here's this one. So she's going to go in the middle like that. And then we're going to pop up the congrats with the little ones. Whew, I got the double. Hold on. It looks a little cattywampus. Okay, so now I'm going to tie a bow again. This time we're using the polished pink open weave ribbon. So yes, we are using 3 different colors. That's why I love this pack of paper. Is it has all the in colors from last year. I need my glue dots. Okay, they got to be here somewhere. Okay, while I'm looking. How do you lose glue dots? Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I didn't go anywhere. I've been right here with all y'all. Where'd my glue dots go? Grr. Sometimes I swear I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. Oh well, we will just add it with a little bit of liquid glue. I don't think I've ever done that before, but I know people do. It's probably, ugh. I'm still looking. It'll be fine. Okay, now, embellishments. Maybe they rolled across the room. So we're using the polished pink ones this time. And I'm going to use the bigger ones on this one. Just remember, if you're mailing them, the bigger ones, or any of them technically, just use an extra piece of white cardstock and put it up on top. Flatten it out so you don't have to pay for extra postage, right? Postage is already expensive enough as it is without having to pay the surcharge. Okay, so what do you think? My bow ain't sticking, so we'll pretend there's a glue dot on that. Isn't it so cute though? I'll hold it there while I'm talking to y'all. Okay, so a recap. Here's card number 1, card number 2, the little candy box that we made, and let me get the class instructions again. So this is what will be available as soon as I get my blog post done, about 15 minutes after I sign off, and then this is what the class packet will look like. I did it in 1 hour exactly. Yay! Still don't know where my glue dots went, but I wonder if I put them in one of the boxes. Let's see. No, I didn't. I don't know. Sometimes I think, this is going to sound funny. Sometimes I think like a little leprechaun came in my room and moved stuff. In fact, I would swear by it. Earlier today, I was looking for this. I didn't know where in the world I stashed it. And I finally found it in an envelope. I was trying to figure out what it was going to cost me to mail it. And I had stuffed it in the envelope and left it. So I was like, oh, goodness. Thank goodness I found it, though, right? Okay, so any questions for me before I sign off? I am going to scroll back because on Facebook, I'm being blocked. Oh, yes, by the way, before I sign off, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Pretty Please with Sugar on Top. I used to come back after my videos on Facebook and I used to answer all y'all's questions. But now I'm being blocked by doing that. I can answer a couple and then I'm being blocked and being told I'm spamming. So if y'all need me, you've got my email address. I don't not answer you because I don't want to. I'm kind of being blocked. So that's why I'm saying, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because there's some crazy stuff going on this other platform that I'm on right now. In fact, this morning, if y'all read my blog post, I woke up this morning about 5 a.m. and David Judah tried to friend me. Well, my husband and I are already friends. So there's a fake David Judah out there that wants to be my friend. And we reported him and said that he's fake. And we got a response back saying that he's not. Well, yes, he is because he tried to friend all of my friends and David's friends. So he is fake. And there's no pictures over there. Like he's a blank face. So anyway, Sue asked, where do we find out about the bingo sets? The bingo set that we're using on Saturday is Catch You Late. Is it Catch You Later? Yeah, Catch You Later, right? I don't have my thing here. But yeah, it's Catch You Later. It's another animal set. Stephanie had the same problem, so she reported someone too. And it's crazy because I don't understand. There's all these fake people. There's so many fake pretend people on there, and yet they're deleting my content, and I'm real. I don't understand. It's like an oxymoron, right? It's like, how can you let all these fake people, these real fake people, be over here, and then you're deleting real people's content? It's crazy. Okay, so Leanne said, do you know when the Layer in Circles dies will be available again? You know what? Give me just a second. And while we're here, I will log on to the Stampin' Up! Website and see when they are projected to be back in. I know that they were on back order for quite a while, so let's see. It usually will give us an estimated date. Oh, every time I look at this, it freaks me out. Okay, so the Layering Circles dies are expected to be back in stock on March 28th. So that's 7 more days. But that could mean it could be in earlier, it could be later. Just keep checking back. But the 28th is the expected date. Okay. So let me go back over here and check some more comments. So I'm looking on YouTube first really quick because I can't answer y'all after the fact. Okay, I think I answered all of them. Thank you guys so much. And oh, okay, another question is, where did I get the tubs? I got them on Amazon, and if you'll send me an email, I will send you the link to them. I also put it on my blog post, but I got to remember to do that. Let's see. So on this blog post, I'll put tubs link. Okay. So that's all the questions, I think, over on, thank you. Who said that? Someone said that the hammered metal was perfect for the turtles. I thought so too. Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, oh, it so looks like a turtle, right? Okay, so now I'm going to look over on Facebook's questions and see if there's any. If you asked me a question earlier and I didn't answer you, will you repost it now? Stephanie said that Stampin' Up! Sent an email about product being locked in storage and no trucks to get the stuff out to deliver them to Stampin' Up! Yeah, that's what's happening in other industries too, like sewing machines. Yeah, product is just sitting in containers, waiting for trucks and delivery people. Yeah, it's pretty sad, right? We just need workers. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Carol's, that's so sad. Okay, I'm not going to read that comment out loud though. Stephanie said, no, it's the blue people. They stop time and move things for our stuff that we're losing. Like my mini glue dots. Where in the world did they go? They're still missing. Okay, I don't think I see any other questions. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You guys give me about 15 minutes to get the blog post finalized and get the instructions and everything posted. Oh, Sandy asked, where do I get my material? I have about 5 sources, and I actually have an Evernote file of my favorite shops because I do add to them every now and then. So I'm going to read them to you. I would link you to them, but I'll get blocked. I'll be accused of being spam. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my little Wink of Stella on some of these. Oh well. Okay, so I get my fabric from Missouri Quilt, Fat Quarter Shop, Shabby Fabrics, Reb's Fab Stash, and then lately I've been buying from Fort Worth Fabric. So I'm pretty, like this fabric right here, I got from the Fort Worth Fabric Studio. I love shopping for beautiful fabric. And so when I'm drinking my coffee, if I don't have a lot of emails I need to answer, I'll hop over because I get emails from all these companies every single day. And so I'll take a really quick glance and see what's in their email. And that's how I find stuff, is I open up their email and I actually read what they send me. Yeah. Okay, any other questions before I sign off? I'm sorry, I was a little snarky about that. Some people don't read, yeah, so. Stephanie said she looked for the blue one. You know, you probably can find it on Etsy now, fabric sells out so quickly. Like I literally just got that fabric in and I was going to go buy more myself today. And the same thing, I couldn't find it. I could find, I think they had the lining fabric still was on the website, or maybe it was the dots that was available. Yeah, I probably should have ordered a whole lot more. I think I only ordered like 3 yards of each. That's typically what I do, is order 3 of the outside fabric, 3 of the inside. And a lot of times, if I don't like the inside fabric, I just use the outside fabric on the inside and the outside. That makes it super easy. Okay. Yeah, the fabric's locked in storage too, right? Maybe so. Yeah, because it's actually affecting every industry. What are my baskets for bingo? I will show you real quick. I have them right here. So we have 6. The 6 of the baskets are going to be this pattern. So the 9 winners will get to choose which pattern they want. So I have 6 of this one, and I have 1 of this one. This is some new fabric that just came in, and I just cut enough just to make 1 basket yesterday. And then we have 2 of this one. So 6, 2, and 1. Yeah. So these are the fabric baskets for bingo for our 9 winners. Oh, my desktop, my thing. It's called Replica Services. Replica Surfaces? Yeah. Replica. Is that right? Hold on, let me Google it really quick and I'll tell you. Come here, keyboard. R-E-P. Yeah, Replica Surfaces is where I got it. Yes. You can find them on Amazon now too. I don't know if they have this one on Amazon, but their website has all of them. And some of them sell out really quickly. Yeah. Okie doke. One more peek at the Facebook questions and then I'm going to sign off. Okay, no more questions asked. Okay, thank you guys so much. I will not be live on Wednesday because we're doing bingo on Saturday. So, and I was here for an hour tonight, an hour and 8 minutes. Okay, thank y'all so much. See you later.